Hello, hello, welcome to Celestial Waters. My name is Demi. So we're going to hop right into the reading. I wanted to come on and say morning to you guys. It's not morning, it's the afternoon. So obviously some of you guys are going to start receiving morning messages, or you're going to be sending somebody else morning messages. This is a love reading, by the way. So I feel like you're already having conversations with someone, because I'm being shown a card from a romance deck. I haven't got it here, I've got it on my shelf, but they're showing me a card that says heart to heart conversations. So you guys have either just met someone and you're getting to know them, or you're about to be meeting someone. I'm here in the vicinity, like this person is in your vicinity. So maybe you're going to meet this person within your community, within your neighborhood for some of you. For others of you that are already in your vicinity, so maybe that this is where you're working, or I'm seeing someone running in a park, so maybe this is where you go running in a park. I'm hearing gym, but an outside gym, that's coming through for somebody. So maybe when it's like the summer months, your gym moves outside, they have an outside area, and this is where you and this person connect. You could already like cross each other's paths. That's what it's giving. You've walked past each other, you could have even glimpsed and seen each other, but you didn't see properly. That's what's coming through here. And also I've been hearing two songs all morning. So I've been hearing a song by Baby Bash, I believe. It's called Sugar Sugar, but I kept hearing the line when he says sugar sugar how you get so fly, sugar sugar how you get so fly. And then I was also hearing a song by Thames, which is Love Me Jeja, Love Me Tender. And both those songs, I feel like there's like a smoothness to them. So you and this person, your connection is going to be very, very smooth. I feel like one of you is more has the source. I'm hearing has the source and is more smooth with your words. So this could be you, or this could be this other person coming in. So what do the collective most need to hear right now? But it's going to be very, very soft, and it's going to allow both of you to actually move into your soft area. It's going to allow both of you to move into your soft area, even though one of you is going to hold the divine feminine energy and one of you is going to hold the divine masculine energy. It's giving very gentle connection, and this is what you guys have been praying and asking for. Obviously you have because I heard not gentle in the bedroom, I hope. Well, not all the time, at least. So obviously you're going to have those intimate moments will be to your liking, a bit more rough to your liking, because they're showing me 50 Shades of Grey. But in the whole, this connection is going to be very, very gentle in terms of that it's gonna soothe your heart. It's going to be very, very healing for you. Very healing. We have leaving. This person isn't going to be able to keep their eyes off of you. I'm getting more, this is the divine masculine. It's just going to be staring at the divine feminine, like very, very like saucy and inappropriately when you are out in public. They could be big on PDA, and maybe you're not. We have here leaving. Someone is exiting your life. It is necessary. You have outgrown them. So you guys, I feel like you will meet this person when you've walked away from certain people, toxic job environments, or just where you're living where it isn't serving you. For others of you, this is just walking away from like what you're putting into your mouth, what you're putting into your mouth. So that's going to be your diet. Walking away from the thoughts that you tell yourself. Going to be negative thinking, letting all of that crap go that isn't serving you, because it keeps you stuck and it keeps you like in this self-doubt kind of energy. When you walk away from all of that and you tap more into your higher mind and your higher heart, this is when you're going to be meeting your person. And this reading is coming up here because you guys have the strength now to walk away from all that doesn't serve you. You have the strength now to let go of everything. That includes old identities and versions of yourself, or who you thought you were, or who you thought you had to be. You're allowing yourself to grieve the past version of you, and you're literally being reborn, because I'm being shown a phoenix. So if you feel like recently, like what the hell's going on, you feel like you've been in that death energy, it's because you're about to be going into a rebirth. And then boom, this person's going to be coming in. I heard midnight. Midnight could be significant for some of you. What else, Spirit? Now they say midday, midnight. Maybe that's when you bump into this person. Neglect. Someone isn't paying you the attention you deserve. Remember your worth. So some of you guys need to walk away from a relationship that obviously isn't serving you. Look at all of this. It's like one of those houses that just gets abandoned and people leave it there to kind of decay and get mold, and not really paying each other attention. Or I'm hearing this person doesn't learn your love languages, but you were learning theirs. So you were pouring into this person. You could have noticed it could have been one of those connections where there's a succubus, and then one of the person is just being that battery, is just being that life-giving force energy, and the other's just taking and taking and taking. This is what is coming through here, and you guys realize this. You're like, okay, I need to get out. I do feel like some of you would have walked away from this kind of relationship. I'm hearing years ago, but there's some last layers that are coming to the surface where you realize like that person took everything. I gave them my all, and this person just took everything, and they left me like this. They left me like decaying, rotting, like the half of the person I was when I met them. You're realizing this because you're getting your light back. You're getting your shine back, you're getting your light back, you're getting your glow back. I feel like you guys have just gone through a glow up, or you're about to, and you're realizing how much in past relationships you allowed other people to neglect you, but you also neglected yourself. And you're like, not no more, not no more, absolutely not. And you're walking through a new door. You're leaving and you're walking through this new door. What else do the collective most need to hear right now, Spirit? Jeez, if I can pick it up. We have despair. Yeah, your feelings of hopelessness and sadness are temporary. It will pass. This is why you need this gentle love coming in. I'm hearing it again by Thames. Love me, Jaja. Love me, tender. I'm hearing my sugar, my honey, my sugar, honey. This person could nickname you Sugar. This person coming in that you're about to meet. Or maybe you nickname them Sugar, because sugar is mentioned in both of those songs. So it's also going to be sweet. And some of you guys could have done you could have done a spiritual bath, which could have included cinnamon or honey, something sweet. And you were doing this to pull in prosperity. I feel like a lot of you were doing this more in terms of abundance, like wealth, like finances, money. But this is also going to bring in this sweet lover I'm hearing. This is going to bring in this sweet lover. You won't have to be having your umbrella up and be walking around in the rain everywhere. I'm being shown a day that's all gloomy and grey, and you're just like, because you know when you get that kind of seasonal depression when the weather's really crap, that's the energy that was coming through. It was like seasonal depression, but it was connected to this person. It was connected to these karmics and these toxic people you're around. You're not gonna have that anymore because the sunshine's gonna be coming out. And again, it's something about you guys being shown the work that you have done and have been doing, and it is working. Because you could have had doubts there, like what am I actually doing on this journey, on this path? It is actually working. All this healing work, all this pouring into myself is actually working. You can have those kinds of thoughts when your external reality isn't necessarily being reflective of the inner peace that you are now feeling within. What else, Spirit? We have loneliness. Your feelings of isolation may be overwhelming. Don't let them consume you. You guys are worthy of love. You're worthy of attention and affection. I do feel like those of you resonating with this reading, you could have been celibate and you could have been alone for a while. And when I don't just mean like in terms of intimacy and sex here. When I'm saying celibate, I mean you literally couldn't have been like hugged or touched in an affectionate way from the opposite sex, the sex that you're interested in. You could have lacked in this affection, just like platonic affection for a while. And that's what a lot of you really need. I feel like I want him to cry here. Some of you just need you need a hug and need to be told that everything's going to be okay. This is where this person is coming in. They're literally going to be heaven sent. You could think this and say this to them, and it's going to be the same way because they've been through similar experiences as you, where their walls were literally crumbling down and other people around them were like energy vampires. That's what it is. They've been in connections and relationships with energy vampires, with people who were just taking and using and abusing them and not caring, not having any accountability or feeling any shame for what they were doing. So it's like two healers. It's like two healers and now coming together. What else, Spirit? One more card from this deck for the collective. We have whispers, tender moments, love messages, and intimate communication. Yeah. You're going to be like whispering sweet nothings in each other's ears. This is given the energy of this is already happening on the 5D. But we don't want to focus on that because if things are happening on the 5D, it hasn't necessarily come into physical union. It's not here in the physical. It's not in the reality. And some people can get so focused on you coming together with someone on the 5D, coming into union. And then they focus on that, and it's kind of given a Neptune energy, like an illusion energy, because it's not actually here in the physical. So you don't want to be focusing on things that are coming together on the 5D. You want to focus on it when it's here. You want to focus on someone when they're actually taking the steps and the action towards you, or if you are taking the action and steps towards them. If you're the divine masculine watching, if you're the divine feminine, you need to be receptive and open to advances. I'm hearing courting. It's given like a kind of like old school style energy that's coming through here. Courting. Maybe this is what this person will say, or you will say, or you could be older in age. Yeah, you're going to have clarity. They're telling me to look at the bottom. It says, unclear, the answers are not written yet. Wait until the mist clears. This is what's going to be happening for you. The mist will be clearing. Because you are worthy of this love. You've always been worthy of this love. But when you've been neglected from a young age as well, like this can be a pattern that happened in your childhood. When you've been neglected from a young age and it's continued in your relationships, that's what you kind of get used to and you accept and you think that's what you deserve. because that's all you're seeing and that's all that's happening around you, but it isn't what you deserve. And this is what you're breaking free from the neglect and from the loneliness. And I'm really stirring up the cracking, like the cracking in the walls. So you're mending these now. I've been shown that paste. I forget what it's called. You know when you have like a crack like that in the home and you put that paste on top of it and then you paint over it. That's what I'm being shown. But you guys have actually gotten to the root. So you're not just putting this on top of the cracks. You've actually gotten to the root. And it's like your soul and your light is shining from the inside out. And this is where you're healing these cracks. This is where you're healing your root chakra and your foundations. You've been doing it from the inside out. So yes, what you've been doing. Yes, it's been working. Yes, it's going to pull in this beautiful, tender love. We have Dual Call, Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. This is what you've been doing. And this, look at his face. He gives a very innocent cherub-like face. So I do feel like you and this person, you aren't going to look like what you've been through. You don't wear your experiences and the abuse or any trauma. You don't wear this bitterness. You don't wear any of this on your face. Because again, it's like the sun. They're showing me the sun at your corner shining outwards. It is shining outwards. Whereas in the past, you had it kind of like in a cage. I'm seeing a sun, literal sun, like in a cage. And it has like a sad face, always looking down. And now it's got like a smiley face. And being shown a sun cushion. So that could be significant for someone. Some of you guys could go to one of like those fun fairs or those markets and you could win a squishy toy. And it could be like a sun cushion. It has a smiley face on. You know those squishums, the really soft ones. That's what I'm being shown. You've cleared your karma, I'm hearing. This one. Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. You're going to be able to talk to this person how you've always wanted to express yourself to romantic partners in the past, but you always felt like there was like, it feels like there's like a wedge, there's something here that was like stopping you, like getting you choked up and you couldn't say what you actually wanted to say. And maybe you were shy around people in the past. Doesn't necessarily mean you're a shy person. I'm just getting a shyness with people in the past, but shyness is often connected to a lack of confidence in yourself, and it's connected to a lack consciousness. And where you heal that and where you work on yourself, where you pour into you step up in your power and you put yourself out there in the world, that shyness starts to kind of disappear. You can still be a more introverted person, but shyness is more so connected with a lack of confidence within yourself. So that's it. You're going to be stepping up into your confidence. And this person's going to bring that out of you naturally. Again, you're made up of the same stuff. You're going to activate each other and bring each other out of your shell. So the communication between you is going to be very, very powerful. And with this here, I'm getting lots of like kissing. You're going to really love making out and kissing this person. I'm just hearing best kisser, best kisser. You guys could like love each other's lips, but you're going to really enjoy kissing each other. Whoa. All of these. We have here Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. Look at this. You've got the maiden, the mother, the crone, the son, the father, the Holy Spirit. You've now moved into the crone and into the Holy Spirit. You've tapped into your higher self like never before. I'm getting like never before. So there's something about this lifetime being very, very significant for you guys claiming your high priest and high priestesshood. And claiming your oracle. You've claimed your supernatural gifts and your psychic powers. You've claimed your aloofness. Like your soul was like at your core, your soul level was very, very aloof. You're very different. And you're always supposed to be different because this is how God painted you and being shown a paintbrush. This is how God painted you. This is how he made you, your soul's blueprint. And you're now stepping out into the world as your soul's blueprint, as who you were always supposed to be. This is a very significant lifetime because you haven't done that before in past lives. Which is why in this lifetime, you would have had a lot of battles when it comes to your throat chakra. You could have had a lot of battles when you were growing up in being shy around certain people. Particularly those people who you knew. Like, let's say, for example, you're like a healer, like a Reiki healer. If you were to tell certain people you're a Reiki healer, they'd be like, all that woo-woo. You actually believe that works. You're like, okay. So around you, and you probably were around those people quite a lot within your life, and it would have repressed you or got you to go into your shell or kind of keep those people on. I'm getting like a closed off. I'm really like an open book, but around a lot of people just wanted to be closed off. So again, your communication with this person coming in is going to be very, very powerful, which is why we're seeing that card of heart-to-heart conversations. It's going to be somebody new new to you in this lifetime on the human level, but at the soul level, no. Lord Shiva, transcendent. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. I'm hearing dance with the devil will leave you awfully disheveled. Dancing with the devil will leave you awfully disheveled. So I felt like in the past you were dealing with people who were more dark in their nature, but not dark as in they were comfortable being in the shadows. They were comfortable being in the void. Dark as in a bit sinister. There's something off there that you didn't like it. Maybe this person had a lot of demons within them they hadn't dealt with. And it's like you could see these demons. You could see these demons within their eyes. You could see these demons attached to their aura. That's what's coming through. And when this person comes in, they could be a bit intimidating. They could be more dark in their nature, but it's not sinister. They're not afraid to be in the shadows. They're not afraid to face their demons and to take accountability for any mistakes or of any things that they get wrong. And that shows maturity in a person. They're very, very mature. Whereas in the past, I'm hearing man-child or like a girl child, a girl, not a woman. So this person is going to be a woman. This person is going to be a man. And they have a powerful sight. A risen kundalini and a powerful sight. They're like you, equally yoked. Holy amethyst. Divine alchemy, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. Amethyst, amethyst, amethyst. I wanted to stare at amethyst and keep saying the word. Maybe you guys have recently bought yourself an amethyst crystal. This could be your favourite crystal. This colour could also be a colour that's a favourite of yours because you're an indigo child. So you resonate with the colour. But the purple colour is connected to the higher chakras. So again, you resonate with the colour because you're very tapped in when it comes to the higher chakras. I do feel like right now you've been really working on grounding yourself. Because you're the type of person who naturally in the past, because you're more up here, you exist more up here, you're more tapped into your higher self, into God, to the spirit world. It kind of pulls you out of your body. And you could have been very, very flighty, particularly in your teenage years. You could have been constantly daydreaming in your teenage years and not necessarily been there. It could have been like around a group of people, everyone was having a conversation, and then you would come back in the room and say something, but oh, have you heard of this? Have any of you guys like watched this? And they were like looking at you like, we were literally just talking about that, because you weren't there. You weren't in the room, but also these weren't your people, and you hadn't necessarily you didn't know yourself then. You hadn't delved within yourself then, and this is what your soul was trying to get you to do. We have here Kafumi, cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So you can trust yourself in picking the right partner going forward. You can trust your discernment. You may keep seeing this symbol, the Ankh, and it is representative of creation, of life itself, and of creation, of peace too. I'm getting you found your peace, and you don't want anyone coming in and ruining your peace. And you can trust that you won't choose someone who's going to be coming and bringing drama and all this crap to your door. You're going to be choosing someone who's going to love on you tender, where it's going to be very, very genuine and very mutual, where you aren't going to hide, because everybody has baggage and everybody has past things that happened to them in the past. Even if you've not been in a connection or a relationship, you still would have been carrying crap from growing up in this realm and in this society, you know. What else, Spirit? We have a lion heart, stand firm. So you have that heart of a lion and you're tapped into the kingdom. I'm hearing you are tapped into the kingdom. You know the Most High God. I'm hearing drumming. I'm hearing drumming, like carnival drumming. So that's coming through as significant for someone. Maybe you like that type of music with drums. You could listen to frequency music that has like shamanic drumming. You could be clairaudiently hearing drumming, because it's like it's announcing, Mother Earth is announcing that you guys are coming together. Because it's giving divine counterparts. It's very, very powerful. And this is the thing. You hold this kind of power, the king of the jungle, the lion, that spirit totem animal. You hold that at your core. But you're both going to be very, very gentle and loving with each other. You're going to be like cubs with each other. But maybe this is like the face that you show the world. What else, Spirit? We have humbleness, modesty, and humility. Look at this. The way he is cleaning her feet. It's almost like a baptism, but it's a baptism of the feet. They're saying this is another confirmation that you found your footing and you're grounded in your physical body and you want to be here. So in the past, maybe you didn't want to be on earth. You were like, this is ghetto. Everyone's annoying me. I don't want to be dating in my generation. Da, 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 da. You could have felt like you were born in the wrong generation and you didn't understand courting in this day and age, because I keep hearing the word courting when I'm doing this reading. But you and this person, you're going to be on the same wavelength, the same frequency, and you're going to be pouring into each other. Very open and receptive and warm of each other and how each other feels. One of you could look more intimidating and kind of scary. I'm getting the one who was coming forward as more being more like dark in the nature, being more connected to the moon. That's what it is. And then the other one will be more connected to the sun. You could be seeing butterflies everywhere, basically white butterflies. We've got a white butterfly here. I feel like I'm tapping into someone who's so pure. Like that's your heart. It's a pure white light. And you often find people who have that kind of heart, you do get stomped all over, or people try to do that to you. Holy anger, be the change, yeah. So you would have had people who tried to treat you like a doormat in the past, and maybe they did at one point until you stood up and realized like who you were and were like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why am I taking this crap? And then you got yourself out. But obviously when you do that, you will have anger within you. Anger towards these people who treated you this way, but anger towards yourself for allowing it to happen. That's okay. It's very natural. Allow it to come to the surface. Just don't hold on to it. Don't push it down. Don't repress it. Don't hold on to it. You need to release it. Let it go. Call in your ancestors and your spiritual court of your highest good and highest possible path and ask them to take it. Call in Mother Mary. Mother Mary is her forte when it comes to the heart, when it comes to the womb. But when it comes to self-love and nurturing, and when it comes to anger and releasing debris and crap. What else, Spirit? You guys could be seeing crescent moons everywhere. I feel like I was seeing a white light in my room. So you could be seeing orbs or like flashes of light around you. Particularly right before this person comes in, or when you're already talking and you're having those heart-to-heart conversations. You can notice when you're on your phone to each other, your lights could both be doing a madness. And you could both stop at the same time and be like... Sorry, just burped. You could both be like... Sorry, like my lights were flashing. Or I just saw like a spark of white light. And you both be there on the phone. I'm just getting silence. Because you both know what it is. You know this is spirit. You know this is God being like, this is God ordained. I brought you both together. We have peace. Calm center and calm mind. This is what you're going to bring to each other's life. Peace. You see? This is like what I was seeing. The Star of Bethlehem I'm hearing. But you're going to be seeing like flashes of light like this. Could well look like a star. Some of you could go away together near water. You could do some form of ritual prayer by the sea or by the water, because I'm being shown a bottle with a note in the bottle. And we have, it's like you're paying your respects and you're saying thanks to the Most High God, but also Mother Earth for bringing you guys together. And you understand now, you understand why you had to go on this journey in your love life. You understand why it took so long for you and this person to become into alignment. It took so long. Divine timing. We have faith. Find holiness within. That's what you've done. You've tapped into your soul, to your higher self, and you're now comfortable with the human experience of being a human being. If you're still not and you're working through that, this person coming in will help you working through that. You'll want to be here, you'll want to live, you'll want like the more luxuries of life, but you'll also fall in love again with the simple things and see the everyday magic in the simple things. And being here and being alive, but being here at this time, because it's a very exciting time to be alive, even though everything is going to crap. It has to, because the foundations have to fall. Night's vigil. Prepare and get ready. You're being prepared to come into union. The divine masculine is going to hold the energy of Archangel Michael. The divine feminine, you're going to hold the energy of Mother Mary, but also Kali Ma, Lilith and Eve. And you'll be walking in balance. You will both walk in balance between your higher nature, your lower nature, your light and your dark. Your divine masculine and your divine feminine, because you have to come into union within yourself before you come into union externally. True union, true love. Remember, that's what you've been asking for. You've been asking for true love. That's not light. That's not a light connection. That takes some time. You have to both be in the same place so you won't self-sabotage it. God can't risk bringing two people together that he has chosen to come together and then self-sabotage or tear each other apart. If you were going to do that, if there was any inkling either of you were going to do that, you won't come together. Look, all this light streaming in. So something very significant about light, particularly pure white light. You are going to be seeing like flashes, you're going to be seeing orbs, you're going to be seeing flashes of light at the corner of your eye. You could notice when you go into buildings, sometimes you go into a building and the sun's light just comes through. It could be a really grey, cloudy day, but all of a sudden it just clears and sun's light comes through, and the way it shines on you, you're like, you can literally feel the Holy Spirit. And I'm being shown God's Holy Grail. Where the sun's coming through and it's streaming down in the clouds. I'm seeing God's Holy Grail, so you could witness that right before you meet this person, or when you were with them, or when you were talking to them. You'll be receiving a lot of signs that yes, this is your person. This person is the truth, and this person is also the shield. And they won't wear any masks. Let's get some messages from this deck here. What else does the collective need to hear right now? I'm being shown those sweets. You know, those Valentine sweets. They're like a circle that has a heart and it always has like a message in the middle. I'm hearing, will you be my Valentine? So Valentine's Day could be significant to someone. It could be someone's birthday. More than the day of like romance and love. That's what it represents, a celebration of love. But it can also be that it's somebody's birthday, Valentine's Day. For those of you who are of a childbearing age, I feel like you could give birth and have a child come through on Valentine's Day. Love, I'm hearing love bug. They're going to be your love bug. Love conquers all. Beautiful, as I've said that. It's a very, very beautiful connection. Very rich and very raw. Very powerful. So although it's very, very gentle in its nature, very tender, it's raw and it's powerful. So you'll be like ripping each other's clothes off. I don't know why, because sometimes when people hear like, oh, it's going to be sweet, it's going to be tender, they think it's lacking chemistry and lust. No, that's not what it means. What else, Spirit? I heard good. Good. We have here remarkable. Notice everything remarkable about your relationship. There's something significant about red roses, but dark red. You see this dark red? This royal red? Maybe you feel drawn to that colour at present. Some of you could be wearing, those of you, the women, you could be wearing red lipstick. That colour, like a deep red lipstick when you meet this person or when you go on your dates. Or you could realise they like this colour on you. And I'm also being shown that colour of the deep red nails. And I'm staring at the rings. So again, this is that divine union. It could lead to marriage or like a sacred union, like a sacred ceremony, I mean. But I'm also staring at the music notes. And again, those two songs were coming through. So this person's higher self and your higher self, you're talking to each other through music. So pay attention to the music that keeps randomly coming up in your head. Basically the love songs. Recognition. The divine will help you recognize signs and miracles. And see, I'm staring at this like two different people. You could be coming from two completely different places in the world, like opposite ends of the world. Some of you could be different races. There could be an age gap because I'm being shown the word generation. So you could come from different generations. So on the human side, you're very different, but at your blueprint, you are one in the same. I'm hearing one in the same. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more card from this deck for the collective? One more card. You could be seeing statues of Archangel Michael everywhere. That's coming through for someone. Universe. The universe is guiding you to that special person. Allow everything to take its natural course. There's that confirmation. You are being guided to each other. You've always been guided to each other. But you're going to see this now because I'm being shown the red string of fate. They're telling me to look at the bottom of the deck. It says soul. Your soul is preparing to reconnect. Trust in the process. You are coming home. You're coming home to each other because you've come home to yourself. You've cleared all of this crap. Where's those cards? The neglect, the loneliness. You've cleared all of this crap of not feeling like you were good enough because of the people you had dealt with in the past. Because the people who didn't see you, they didn't see your value. You dealt with all that and you got to the roots. You've mended your walls, you've mended your home, and now you can finally come together. Now the Most High God can bring you together, or the universe, if this is a word that you use. We got deeply at the top of the deck. Look deeply within to discover your soul purpose in your relationships. There's like a monk type energy, like a very peaceful energy that's coming through with this connection. I feel like when you guys come together, this is how you make other people feel. Like when you're together and you walk into like rooms, buildings, if you're hanging out with other couples and your friends and family, this is how you guys make other people feel, because it's the energy when it comes together and it merges and it emanates out. It's very healing and very warm. So it's not just tender towards you two, it's towards everybody else around you. And you may be noticing that you're more affectionate and more loving with your friends and family when this person comes in. What else, Spirit? Because I'm hearing you give hugs now. You give hugs now. So maybe before you didn't realise where you were kind of keeping like your affection to yourself. Because I was seeing someone who was like this, like a closed book, but that's not who you are. You're actually an open book, but you've been closed for a while and you'd got used to that. And it's like your family and friends around are like so thankful for this person because they saw the glimpses of this where you would open up a bit. They would see this. But when this person comes in, it's like your page is completely open and other people get more of you. We have here I'm not in the mood for nicey nice. I'm best friends with Carly tonight. I licked the lolly named after Lilith. Eve's honeydew was also delicious. Both sweet like nectar, crack jokes like a jester. Which card will I pull next? Go on, have a good guess. The ace of spades is sitting pretty. If it's the queen of hearts, that would be a pity. I'm just playing with a dark kind of witty. The fire's almost out, so I mustn't hang about. Time to pack up and go. Where next can I steal the show? It's this confidence, kind of almost cocky, arrogant energy that's coming through here. So one of you guys could be that way inclined, but this is what's going to be activated within you. This confidence and this cockiness is needed. You're supposed to strut like an angel, not hide and be a closed book. What else? We have, they're each other's muse. The story goes they met at a kissing booth, at a fete raising money. To him her lips tasted like honey. To her he was ever so funny. They were always meant to relate. God created their souls this way and prepared them for this special day. It was September the 8th, his late mother's birthday. Little did they know their son would be born in exactly a year. The infinity and snake became symbols they held dear, only ever moving through the heart. Nothing could ever tear their bond apart. She looked into his eyes and somehow knew. By September 17th, they jumped in with both feet. In sickness and in health, their love felt like a spell. But it wasn't too good to be true. The goddess of the moon met Christ in a man at a fated kissing booth in 2022. So the dates, the 8th and the 17th, could be significant to you guys. Obviously, 17 also adds up to 8. So you could be seeing the angel number 88 everywhere. But 8 is about karma and it's about wealth. So you have cleared karma. And by you coming together with this person, they are your mirror. They're your reflection that you've stepped into your destined timeline. And it's the same with them when they're looking at you. You are each other's mirror. But you're going to reflect that you've done it. Your healing work has worked and you've done it. Which is why you've come home. You've come home to each other. God can bring you together again now. Because I feel like you haven't been in reconciliation with this soul for quite a few past lives. So this is going to be a big thing. The year 2022 could also be significant. Or you could just be seeing 222, 222 everywhere. One more spirit. One more poem for the collective to close out this love reading. Okay, we've got 2. We have 444, there's a knock at the door. Open sesame, no key needed here. Go on, walk through, my dear. You're an energetic match. A gift awaits by the pumpkin patch. Ghosts and ghouls, the season is full. Happy Halloween from your spirit team. The darkness isn't what it seems. It allows you to shine your light. Don't be coy, go on, shine bright. Tick-tock goes the godmother's clock. At the strike of midnight, make sure you are polite. Gratitude is the attitude. Trick or treat. God has prepared this magical feast. Cleanse from your head to your feet. I remind you again, no need for a key. Only a higher frequency can open sesame. You've moved on up to a higher frequency. You are in a higher vibration. Some of you may not be seeing it or you may not believe it. You may still have a bit of self-doubt. That's about to be blasted away. I'm getting like a heavenly blast. It's about to be blasted away from you coming into union with this person. You could also be seeing 444, fours everywhere, which is connected to angels, to stability, to a foundation. So you've worked on your foundations, your walls that were coming out in the cards in the beginning. And now that you are stable, now you know you can rely on yourself. It's the right time for you and this person to be coming into alignment. So Halloween could be significant. So the months like November, October, that kind of time. I'm seeing Scorpio. Maybe you or this person is a Scorpio. One of you holds that energy, like a darker kind of energy where you feel more comfortable within the dark and in the shadows, but not in a sinister way. And then we have here, keep your chin up, little one. The mind isn't always safe like a loaded gun. Place your head on my chest. The way you have been feeling will lay to rest. Put on your best, pray 12 times, divide by 4. Light a white candle. My holy love is knocking at your door. From your crown to your feet, I bathe you in divine heat. The mind, body and soul crystallize. All the mistreatment and lies remove their disguise. Now bask in my holy light. This is what you're going to be doing when you're coming into this union. You're going to be basking in holy light. You're going to know that you are heaven sent to each other and to each other's families. That's coming through is significant to someone. So maybe you'll be very, very healing for each other's families. Or it's just your families that are going to be so excited that you've like met each other. Like you've met someone that actually loves and adores and you can rely on. Because obviously they're going to know your past. Or for those of you that haven't been in a relationship with things just didn't get off the ground, maybe they were like worried whether you would meet the right person, meet someone who's right for you. But that's all the messages coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. If you want your own personal reading, my website and my Etsy shop are in the description below. But I'll see you in another video.